All righty, we're moving on. The next comedian coming to the stage, another one of Brian's students. Let's make it loud for Michelle Krow, everybody.
Hey, you guys, I've got to tell you about, I have a very exciting dating life. And first of all, the person that I had when I was little, I had a crush on, was Mo from the Three Stooges. And his hair, it was thick, he was macho, sexy, and that started me on track. That started me on my illustrious dating experience. So I remember I tend to date guys that are just too good for me. You know, I was driving to this guy's house and it was in a shady part of town. And so I was like kind of excited about it, like hoping will I get shot? You know, it was kind of exciting. And then I was like, I come to his house and he tells me one side of the street there's a shooting that was in the one side of the street, and the other side of the street there was a crack dealer, and I was like, wow, I feel like I'm in an action adventure movie. So I was like, and then he cooked a meal for me, and then he told me that it was, he used food stamps for it to buy the meal. And I thought, wow, you're spending your last bit of money on me. I was like, man, you know, I'm just too lucky, you know? It's just, I mean, this is just, I'm not used to being treated so well. And then I want to tell you about one of my recent dates, because you know I like Mo, he has a full head of hair, and this guy really had nice hair. And we went to McDonald's because I was getting him a Whopper meal. I'm not a Whopper meal, but a Big Mac meal. And I was like, because I treat men pretty good, you know? And so, I really do. You should see. And then he proceeded to tell me he has herpes. And so I was like, wow, you trust me with this? This is just, I feel like I'm a secret keeper. I felt like I was just like, wow. I mean, to me, that was, I was honored. I was truly honored when he told me that. And then my latest boyfriend, he, for Christmas, he gave me a single black towel, and it was, but he told me it was washed. So that was cool. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't believe, you know, this must be really expensive. And he took off the tags, he took off the brand. I didn't even know. I was like, I've got to hunt and find the hand towel. I've got to hunt and find the washcloth. I was like, wow, where am I gonna find this? You know, I thought, this is just too good for me. Again, the gift, and then I gave him an Instapot. And then I was like, it was $100. I thought, oh, that's so impersonal. You know, it was like, it was a slow cooker. And then I'm like, I mean, I'm just not really used to these nice guys. I mean, really, basically, they're so nice. And if you happen to know what perfume I'm wearing, it's Eau de Herpes.